For the past several months, I have been dealing with some pretty significant pain in my right shoulder, and it has definitely impacted the way that I backpack and hike and just experience the outdoors in general. And I've had to come up with some kind of creative workarounds and hacks, for lack of a better term, to be able to get out and do the things that I love to do while going through physical therapy and going through the healing process. So in today's video, I thought I would share with you some of these tips and tricks that I've come up with that have kept me on the trail while still going through the healing process. So the first major issue that I had was being able to reach my water bottles. Typically I keep them in the pocket on the right-hand side. I carry a Waymark Light, and the pocket on the left-hand side is just too tall to be able to access water bottles while I'm moving, so I always use the one on the right-hand side. And with the shoulder injury, I can't reach back there and grab them to pull them out or put them back in. And thankfully, the pack came with the solution to this problem. Waymark offers this handy little water bottle holder that just attaches to your shoulder strap. So I carry 2 extra bottles in here, usually empty unless I'm doing a long water carry. And then the water that I'm drinking from is just right on my shoulder strap. Super, super easy to grab, super easy to put back into place. This pouch does accommodate the smaller Smart Water bottles, and it also works really well with the smaller Gatorade bottles. Another kind of major problem that I was having was just getting good quality sleep. I am a side sleeper, and I toss and turn between my left side and my right side all night long, usually because, after long miles of hiking, your hips are a little bit sore, your hip flexors are a little bit sore, so being able to swap sides in the middle of the night kind of mitigates some of that trail-borne pain that almost all backpackers experience. And I cannot sleep on my right side anymore. I have to stay on my left side or on my back, and I have a lot of trouble falling asleep on my back. The solution to this problem came from Devin from Backcountry Exposure. He suggested taking a pillow like this Climate X pillow, which is absolutely the least comfortable pillow I've ever used under my head, but for this specific application, it works great. So you take the pillow and put it in between your knees basically, and while you lay on your side, it helps to keep your hips centered and aligned, and then you don't have as much of that trail day pain in your hips as you would. So this is actually something I'm going to carry on even after my shoulder is healed. I'm going to continue to carry 2 pillows, one for my head and one for my hips. The last kind of major issue I was having was just being able to put my backpack on by myself. When I've been out on trips with friends, I've been able to ask for help and making certain adjustments. But the biggest problem is that with the right arm, I don't have the strength right now to pull down on that shoulder strap and adjust the tension properly. When I've been out with friends, like on the Lost Coast Trail with my buddy Brian, I would just kind of begrudgingly ask for help. He would tighten the strap for me and we'd carry on with our day. Recently, I was out by myself, just Kiki and I, and she doesn't have thumbs, so she can't really help much with adjusting my pack. So I had to kind of find a unique way to put my pack on so that all of my straps were properly tensioned and that the pack was carrying the weight properly. And what I came up with after a great deal of trial and error is that I tighten the right-hand side shoulder strap first, slide the injured arm through, slide the other arm through, tighten all the rest of the stuff as you normally do. I am still able to tighten my hip belt. I am still able to tighten those load lifters. It's just that right hand shoulder strap that I'm not able to tighten by myself. And with a great deal of trial and error, I found the proper tension and I was able to kind of pre-tighten that strap, slip the pack on, and then when I'm taking it off, basically I loosen the left hand strap, I loosen the hip belt, and then put the weight of the pack on my hip to kind of balance it and loosen that right hand strap so I can slide the pack off easily. Now with that method of putting your pack on and off, one important thing that I've learned through, just learned the hard way basically, is you got to make sure that the hip belt is kind of pushed out and like hanging over your thigh, because if you get the hip belt stuck behind you, you just got to take the whole pack off and start over again. At least I had to, because I just don't have the range of mobility to be able to reach behind my back, pull that hip belt back to where it's supposed to be. So while you're doing this, you kind of want to make sure you've got that hip belt just sitting kind of on your thigh so you have easy access to it once the pack is on your back. My hope, of course, is that this is a temporary injury and that I will heal and just get back to normal and I won't have to use all these workarounds and hacks. But for now, this is what I got to do to be able to go backpacking. I've got a trip coming up in just 1 week from today, and I'm absolutely going to have to employ all of these tactics to be able to enjoy my time on this 3-day, 2-night trip. I do hope you found some part of this video useful. If you are in a similar situation, dealing with this kind of pain, hopefully some of these tips and tricks will help get you back out on the trail, doing the thing that you love to do. With this kind of video, I feel like if I can help one person get back out on the trail, if these tips and tricks just help one person find their way back out while still going through their personal healing process, then it was worth the time and effort to produce this video. I hope that you found some value in the video. I hope that some of these tips and tricks help you manage whatever pain you may be experiencing that might be keeping you off the trail, and we will talk again soon.